Oh yeah! I have level 100 talents now, don't I? So we have, let's read these again. We have Necrotic Plague, a powerful disease that deals, and it's a passive. A powerful disease that deals 110 Shadow Frost damage per stack every 2 seconds for 30 seconds. Each time it deals damage, it gains 1 stack and infects another nearby enemy within 8 yards if possible. Each time it deals damage, it gains 1 stack and spreads. You gain 5 runic power whenever a target infected with Necrotic Plague attempts to attack you. Now this replaces Blood Plague and Frost Fever and is applied by any ability which apply to either one of them. So that's like a pretty sick passive one. I like the sound of that one a lot. Defile. Defiles the ground targeted by the Death Knight. I remember this one. This is probably my third choice. Defiles the ground targeted by the Death Knight, causing 403 Shadow Frost damage every 1 second for 10 seconds. Each time Defile deals damage, it grows in area and damage by 2.5%. This growth can occur a maximum of 3 times per second. Enemies standing in your Defile deal 10% less damage to you. So that's like a targeted thing, but it's only a 30-second cooldown. So this costs 15 runic power plus 15 per second. Continuously deals 929 Shadow Frost damage every 1 second to enemies in a cone in front of you within 12 yards, and affects them with the Mark of Cindergosa for 6 seconds. You will continue breathing until cancelled or runic power exhausted. The Mark of Cindergosa causes you to be healed for 5% of spell damage dealt by afflicted enemies. Oh. So it's damage dealt by them heals you. Defile makes you the Lich King. Nice. Yeah, Necrotic Plague seems awesome. We can test all of these right now, actually. Let's do it. Let's go back in there and test these real quick. While we're here, let's have a look. Alright, Necrotic Plague. So, this is going to mean that all of my abilities that normally would apply Frost Fever deal Necrotic Plague instead, so it just spread to all these guys. Did it? Now it did. This guy has 4 stacks of it. They're getting straight up shredded. Damn! What in the world? That did some hella deep. Sorry, we need to get in here, dude. Come on, Frostfire Gronling, get in here. I'm about to kill your entire family. My Necrotic Plague. Necrotic Plague. Alright, all we're gonna do is Howling Blast and Necrotic Plague, I guess. And I might have to Death Strike, too. So, I just Howling Blast, and they all have Necrotic Plague now. And it bounces around, look at that. I'm just gonna let it stack up on its own. Let's see, I'm just gonna try to Death Strike to live. I haven't even done anything to these guys, and they're just, like, melting. Oh my god, I'm gonna apply it again so make sure it doesn't, like, Plague! Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, look at them. They're absolutely melting to this thing. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It fell off apparently, but it's stacking up. If I would have kept it stacked, it would have stacked up to like, what is it, 20? And I'm getting 5 runic power whenever they hit me, so look how much runic power I'm getting. Wow. I think Necrotic Plague is like the way to go. Like the other two are like cute and cool, but like, damn. That seems strong. It stacks up and it spreads on its own. Wow. And it feeds me like way too much runic power. That's gonna be so nice. Like if you get hit as if you're getting hit as a Death Knight, and you have to be in Blood Presence, this is gonna be a nice way of you continuing to receive runic power. And if you're not getting hit, then you can be in Blood. I mean, you can be in Unholy Presence or Frost Presence. But yeah, if you are getting hit and you're in Blood, then you get fed runic power. Wow. That seems pretty powerful. The dots are ticking for about as hard as my Frost Strike hits. But, well, it's 1,000 less damage, but that is a substantial amount of DPS. Wow, okay. So, Necrotic Plague is number 1 on my list at this point. Let's go have a look at Defile real quick. Okay. So, Defile... What's up? Nice. So, Defile is an AoE that gets bigger. It deals damage, it gets bigger, and sort of defends me from damage, so... Hello, friends. I'm back. You know, we had our differences, but... I think we could work this out. So I'm gonna put a D&D down. That doesn't replace my... Defile replaces Death and Decay. Oh, okay, my bad. Didn't really make that connection. Whatever. Look at it. Okay, so 30-second cooldown. Didn't really use it very well. I'll just wait. I'll just pull these guys and wait. Just Death Strike for a while. Maybe hit him with a Howling Blast. Yeah, so it replaces D&D. That was my bad. I didn't realize that. Makes sense though. Okay, I'll pop a trinket and throw it down there. Now, does it increase in size? Yeah, sort of. Yeah, it's growing. Well, it didn't deal a small amount of damage. That's kind of cool. It shields me from some damage, and it deals damage to them, and it grows. That definitely seems more like a PvE talent to me. Cool, though. Still cool, but definitely seems like a PvE talent. Just in the way that it seems to work. See? It's dealing damage, and it's growing. See it? See how it grows? It's not going to grow any bigger than that, though. Or is it? Yeah, no, it's still going. Well, yeah. It's like a tank talent, I guess. It reduces damage and throws out an AoE. All right. There we go. Okay. Now let this thing come off cooldown, and let's do the Syndragosa. I'm in combat still, apparently. Please. Oh yeah. They want a piece, dude. They really want one. That's cool, man. I definitely think Necrotic Plague's my favorite. This Mark of Syndragosa, I'm not going to benefit from the spell damage aspect of it, but we can like go breathe some pretty ferocious dragon breath on him, I guess. I want to stack up some runic power and stuff. Yeah, seems like a tank spell. Yeah, definitely seems like a tank spell. That Necrotic Plague looks so cool. All right, let's stack up a whole bunch of these rascals and get some runic power. So I can just breathe on them. All right, y'all ready for this? I can keep my runic power up. I can keep breathing on them. That was not insignificant damage. That cleared out a lot of them. What weapon? Oh, nice. I'm gonna bring my shaman out there. I don't know. I don't think that beats Necrotic Plague in my opinion, because it's on a 1 minute cooldown. That's kind of cool. Necrotic Plague probably breaks CC all the time. Well, it's no different than any of the other dots. Except, oh, I guess it jumps to stuff on its own. You can probably. I'm pretty sure they'll make it so it doesn't just automatically jump to stuff on its own, like that you don't want it to break CC. Like a CC target might hopefully not just get Necrotic Plague randomly. Let me get some more runic power, and we'll Syndragosa's breath these guys down again. That looked kind of cool, don't you think? That was kind of cool. All right, let's try here. Now these guys aren't dealing any spell damage to me, but so on top of Howling Blast, like that's some serious AoE damage. They do get cleaved down pretty quickly. Unfortunately, I ran out of runic power pretty fast as well, because it does take a lot of runic power to cast it. So I think Necrotic Plague is my favorite. I don't know. I guess if you could pop all your AoE and your Syndragosa's breath, that'd be pretty big amount of damage, I guess. I think for me right now, though, Necrotic Plague really takes the cake. That's wild. Necrotic Plague seems awesome. Yeah, Necrotic Plague and Unholy Presence. Well, it basically becomes both of your dots, basically. It replaces Blood Plague and Frost Fever, and is applied by any ability that would apply either of them. So one of the reasons why you might want to use Necrotic Plague as I wonder how that interacts with Obliterate, though. Does Obliterate still I don't know if Obliterate still behaves with your dots, then. Interacts with your dots, then. It doesn't seem like Obliterate interacts with your dots anymore. It seems like it's just like a huge damage attack. Cool. I think Necrotic Plague is my choice for level 100 talents, though. All of them are pretty cool. Necrotic Plague is really, like, you saw that. It just, like, crushed people with dot damage. Dot deeps. Defile, kind of an AoE, spreads that heal, or that reduces damage on you. And this one that kind of breathes out Shadow Frost damage, but requires a lot of runic power, so that's cool stuff.